happy Monday, Shorthorns. We hope everyone had an amazing weekend. It is Red Ribbon Week. We have, in a second, Miss Kennedy's going to kind of talk about what that means for you. But we are excited for an amazing week here at school. Friday, we have a little bit of a half day with trunk or treat at the end of Friday, so that's pretty great. Now, we've been talking about the brain. We took a week off last week. We didn't talk about the brain last week, but the brain. So if you remember way back when we talked about the brainstem, and the brainstem is what helps us do things automatic, right? Things that we don't have to think about. Things like breathing, blinking, digesting our food. The things that our body does without us having to actually make a choice to do that. This week, we're going to talk a little bit about the hippocampus, and that is deep, deep, deep inside of our brain, okay? It helps us remember things, right? So it helps us remember simple things like what's your name, where do you live, things like that. It also helps us when we're here at school, like the things that we're learning in class, for us to learn, right? And they stay inside of our brain. It kind of organizes it a little bit like a library. So it takes all the things that we learn, it organizes it in ways, and then whenever we need it, it's able to pull those things out. So that part of your brain, deep inside of your brain, is where all of your knowledge lives, the things you have to pull out later on. So we're kind of continuing to go through learning about the brain. Soon we're going to get to kind of how we put it all together and learn about it. So keep learning. Remember, hippocampus, deep inside your brain, it's what helps you remember everything. So speaking of things you need to remember, we have Spirit Days. Today's the first one. We're already in it. Hopefully we're all in our red. But also, we have some more the rest of the week. So, Ms. Kenny, what do we have going on?
All right, so we have a really exciting week. Our theme is Life is a Movie, and this Red Ribbon Week is just to remind us to make healthy choices for our brains and our bodies. So today is, we're wearing, that's right, that hippocampus. So there is a photo backdrop in the library. So teachers, if you want to bring your class, there's also fun little, I don't even know what you call those things, those little, you know, like the little mustaches. Or
props.
Like the sun. Thank you, props. See, my hippocampus was
Pulled it
a
out of my hippocampus.
That's right. So today we're wearing red, and tomorrow we're going to wear neon or bright colors. And there's even a little surprise that every student and staff member is going to get in the building, but I don't want to tell you because it's going to be a surprise. And then on Wednesday, it's all about tie-dyed. It could be tie-dyed clothes. It could be a tie. You could even tie your shoes, and that counts too. Thursday, we're going to wear a camo or a hat. So
how will we see them?
I don't know. It's our camouflage. It might be hard. And then Friday, we do have a half day, and that is PJ Day. So you can come to roll out of bed in your pajamas and come to school for that half day.
But make sure you brush your teeth.
Yeah.
It's important to brush your teeth.
And maybe your hair too. But we have a half day on Friday, so we're going to dismiss at 1:05. And then a couple other things we have going on. Monday, this is a really big event. So we have some students from every grade level that's going to be representing Claymont at our Special Olympics over at Parkway Central. And
Soccer.
We are going to have a celebrity. Did you know this?
I do know this.
Okay, so we're going to give a huge shout out to Mr. John Shaw in first grade because he gets to be a torchbearer for the Special Olympics. That's so exciting.
It is very, very exciting. Congratulations, John.
And then on Tuesday, we have a spelling bee written test if you're participating in that. And then Thursday, we have a fire drill. It's a secret. Now I let the cat out of the bag for that one. But also, we have our all-district choir concert Thursday night. And then Dr. Birch already said the big event is our trunk or treat on Friday night, and Dr. Birch and I are still working on our costumes.
We were thinking about going as a principal and assistant principal.
I know. I want to be assistant princess personally, but that's fine.
I'll be head prince. All right. Do you?
I do have a question. So I've been in the 5th grade classrooms this week, and I know you have too. And one of the things they're learning about is westward expansion, especially they talked a little bit about the Oregon Trail.
Yep.
So my question for you, Dr. Birch, is
Yep.
if you were in the 1800s, or I guess
Think about this a
1800s,
lot.
yeah. What is one thing you would pack on your trip on the Oregon Trail in your covered wagon? You could only bring one thing though.
Water.
Oh.
But that's too practical and that's boring.
Yeah.
I'd bring water because like the water they would drink would be bad and they would get sick and that would like mess things up. So water, but that's boring. I think I would bring like a really good pillow so I could sleep.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to sleep on the ground, so I'd bring a pillow. What would you bring?
I'd honestly bring a really good book because that trip is really long, and at least a book I could reread and entertain myself instead of just looking out on the open land, and I'd have a little bit more entertainment. So that's what I would bring, a really good book.
That's fair. That's a good answer.
Plus, if it didn't work out, then I could always tear out the pages, start a fire, and keep myself warm at night too.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah. Well, speaking of fires, what do you do? How do you fix a broken pumpkin?
With a pumpkin patch.
Shout out to our kindergartners who went to the pumpkin patch last year. Our last weekend learned all about it. I heard the corn maze was a blast. Our Shorthorns, have a Shorthorn great week.